Hey everybody, this is Mike with Birdman Gaming. Um, I wound up not recording the video last night for Game of Thrones, so that's going to be tonight. But first, if you like this video, of course, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little bell icon to get notified when I post something which is almost daily. There are times when I need a break, just like everybody. Um, Secondly, this is going to be 100% spoiler free. The closest thing to a spoiler you're going to get here is me making reference to other seasons. This is also going to have another spoiler free review of something else that I watched last night. So, first things first is I had to wait a little bit longer than watching it live with everybody else. I had to wait until my app had it, so while I was waiting, I wound up watching Escape Room. That the movie with Deborah Ann Wall from Daredevil, True Blood, all those shows. And honestly, even though it got panned by the critics, and for basically they're saying that the writing was poor, the storyline was just blah. I actually had fun with it. It reminded me somewhat of a movie from back in the mid to late 90s called Cube. Little independent horror film that's absolutely phenomenal. If you haven't seen it, you should. Um, but it had that kind of feel to it, somewhat. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Um, some great intense moments, some surprises. I was very surprised about something that happened about I'd say about midway through. Um, Again, not spoilery because that's not who I am. I don't like spoilers. So, in fact, once Game of Thrones came on, I turned off all my social media. Period. I did not want any spoilers until I watched it. Um, so, again, I waited a bit to watch it. I wound up watching Escape Room and then took about a 10-minute break and watched Game of Thrones. And to be honest, season 8 started off absolutely phenomenal. There was a lot of callbacks to season 1, which I actually really liked, and callbacks to other things that happened in other seasons as well. Um, Reunions were well written, and the acting was top notch. I'm not that I have one or two issues with it. First off, the opening sequence, since they changed the way it went, is actually really really cool. I liked the opening sequence, but of course, HBO threw a ton of cash to get that looking like that. So I understand, and it looks good. Um, the main issue I had was There's a scene in Winterfell when it's zoomed out, and you could just tell it was CG. A lot of times, and I understand the reasoning behind it. However, it was not as clean CG as it could have been. It, in the past, we've had them above Winterfell or above King's Landing. And like the Winds of Winter when the Septa Baelor was destroyed. You knew that was CG, but it didn't look it. This scene that I'm speaking of, it was clear, and it bothered me. It's early on in the episode, and it just irked me a little bit. That was my main issue. Other than that, I mean, the dragons looked great. Everything else looked great. Just that bothered me. Um, like I said, we had callbacks to to the very first episode, and it was just great. Again, all the writing staff has been great since season one. The actors are top notch. I'm never going to take anything away from any of them. It's just that one issue. Um, I'm looking forward to next week. This coming up Sunday. Episode 2 promises to be, again, it's Game of Thrones. Punxsutawney Phil was wrong. We have 6 more weeks of winter. Now 5. Winter is here. So, I'm really looking forward to that. Of course, I had the recording hiccup yesterday with the Anthem video. And I know it probably didn't give it. It probably didn't record the idea I had. Next weekend, of course, Saturday and Sundays right now are going to be Anthem videos. Until something else, like if I get the money to buy Mortal Kombat or something eventually, and a capture card or whatever. So there's that. But I know you guys are sick and tired of watching my Firestorm. The lightning one, you guys haven't seen a lot of. The ice one, you have not seen at all. You've seen some of my Ranger play, but you haven't seen me play any of the other classes since the open demo and whatnot back in January/February. So, I'm going to give you guys the option. Down in the comments below, let me know if you want what you want to see. Some more Ranger play, Colossus, or Interceptor. I absolutely hate the Interceptor gameplay, but for you guys, I will play it. I'm going to run this until Wednesday of next week, so that will give me a couple days to gear up properly so that you guys can see legit top tier gameplay. Other than that, and also next week there's not a lot of doctor's appointments. Bird Mom has another appointment tomorrow. Then we have nurses on Wednesday and Friday. Then we have other stuff going on Thursday this week. Next week we just have, I think, one thing on Monday and one thing on Tuesday, and that's it. So, anyway, again, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little bell icon for the notifications. And always be good to each other. Be good to yourself. And remember, I love you guys. Video tomorrow will be, or Wednesday or whenever it's posted, will be about the channel updates. So until then, I will see you.